Where's my counter? There's nobody watching. Got nobody watching on my counter. Oh, there we go. Hey, everybody, how's it going? John here, with for Kids, Scroll Saw, Portrait Design, Woodworks, and art. And art's over there. Art's picking his nose. Oh, he's paying attention. I didn't go single screen, so threw you right off. What's everybody up to tonight? Camp Lake George, no Easter coming. Yay! Yay! Make sure you put your don't leave your canopy out. That's the worst thing to do, man. I've seen so many people lose their canopies in campsites because of the winds. Oh, but you know that you're a camper.
Hello, Doug.
Hey, Connie, Pat, Herb. I see Jerry out there and Doug and Doug and Doug's out there. And if you guys didn't see Doug's premiere he just had like 20 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, go check out Doug's station and go check it out. Hey, JJ, how's it going? What are you up to? Where's everybody else at? Oh gosh, I just got on. No, this is bad. That's from a long day of work, man. That's what kills me. Work all day. Oh my god, stop, man. It's hard work working outside all day. Outside all day is freaking hard work.
I used to love it. I hated working inside.
Oh, I love working inside.
Mm.
Why? I don't know. I like working outside too. Hey Shay, how's it going?
Hello, Jerry, Shay, JJ, Pat, Connie, Doug, Herb.
See, I like working outside because I'm not inside, but but I like working inside because I'm not outside. If that makes sense. Depends on the day, I guess, right?
Yeah, work outside when it's nice, work inside when it's cold.
Well, I must. Yeah, I suppose. I thought you're leaving on Tuesday. You're leaving on Tuesday, Shay. That's why you had to move your schedule up or finish your project yesterday, which looks good. Hey Jeff, over on Facebook. It's 8 o'clock p.m. my time right now. What time is it where you are? It's 10 o'clock, isn't it?
8, 10 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff, I sleep. I slept last night from 2 o'clock to 6:30. About normal.
Jeff, Jeff, what time is it where you are? I'm not doing. I'm not doing any all nighters anymore. Well, I can't say anymore. I'm not doing all nighters this weekend. You're going to
Where's
Florida,
Jeff?
Jerry. You just came back from Vegas.
Where's Jeff live?
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Oh, I thought maybe you knew.
U.S.
Oh, wow. It
That
said
narrow it
it's
down.
9 p.m. He said it's 9 o'clock, so he's in the Midwest.
Tired as hell, getting ready for an event tomorrow. Alabama. Sorry, he's in Alabama. There you go,
Yeah.
Alabama. That's what they
Yep,
say
I
it
got a
there, isn't
crap.
it?
Yeah, Jeff, I got a craft show in the morning too. I got to get up at 6:30.
What? Oh, tomorrow, this weekend, you're on one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, 10 to 4.
Hey Neil, hey Connie, hey Steve. Everybody's just popping in now. Who else did I miss? Oh yeah. Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Greg! He says, yeah, his is 10 to 4. That's just weird
Yeah.
times. I remember the fleet the farmers market I used to go to. It was like 10 to 4. Like it throws off your whole morning because I'm up at 7, like it's 6 o'clock, right? Be ready for 7, and then you got to sit around till freaking 10 o'clock because nothing starts. Like you can go and set everything up, but then you're sitting around doing nothing.
Well, some people sleep in
I don't know how I don't know how people sleep in though. I don't understand that.
because
That's
they go
got
out and get drunk on Friday night.
concept is no, it wouldn't. It never worked for me. I was still up early on the next morning. I never got a hangover. Like when I did drink heavy, I never got a hangover, and I was always up early the
Ah,
next day. Always.
well, some can't get up.
Hey Carmen. Oh look at
Hello,
that. Be
Carmen.
ready to start my live.
A lot of
Yeah.
people
What
around
else?
here don't get out and about till 10, 11 o'clock around here, even though there is stuff. Oh, I mean, Lowe's opens at 7.
Oh yeah. Like Saturday mornings when I want to get back when they had summer hours, I'd go and get my oil change. Like I'd be out of the house at 7 o'clock and be down there for 7:30. Be the first in line to get my oil change. Then I'd go to Home Depot, go to Windsor Plywood, um, pick up wood, pick up some materials, and everything else, and then I'd be back at home, have breakfast, and then be ready for 10 o'clock for my show. Everything would be done. And now it's like oh we're on winter hours now, so nothing's open till 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I'm like, what the hell? But yet during the
Then
week everything closes. But yet during the week everything closes at like 5, 6 o'clock. I'm like, I work till 5, so what the hell?
nobody changes hours around here.
Oh, Jeff says the last time for this event, people were buying stuff as you was putting them on the table. Nice, yeah. But can you leave early though? Like, are you allowed to close your booth and leave early? Well, I suppose you could.
That depends on who's running it. The lady that runs ours, if you leave early, you won't come back for a year.
Really?
Yeah,
What if you sell all your
that's
stuff
her.
out?
Well, that might be a special occasion, but if you ain't making any money and ain't nobody there, and you say, "Well, heck with it, I'm gonna leave," her rules that are in her contract say if you leave early, you ain't coming back for a year.
Wow.
I never leave early because you always get that last second person to buy something.
I suppose somebody that walked by and then seen something is gonna make their rounds back around again. But
Yeah, I hear that a lot. They don't want to carry it around, get it on the way out.
Jeff says no, not
Plus, you,
this one. I'll go eat barbecue if I sell out. Well, that's good.
and you have to be ready to go by 9:30. That's why I got
Well,
it because I do it by myself, so it takes me about an hour to get it all up.
yeah, I suppose.
If I had help, it'd go quicker, but I don't have help. It's just like those the people next to me at the fair, they switched out every 4 hours. So they'd have six
Uh,
people for the whole day, It was
really?
just me. Yeah.
Wow.
It was the a pregnancy place in Winston. Two people would come at 10 o'clock and they'd leave at 1, and then some more would come in and some more would come in.
Holy cow. Shay, Doug, Neil, Doug, Shay. Hello, Doug, probably Billy Hugh. I'm going back to work in the kitchen. Well, thanks for coming out with us, Jerry.
Huh. I guess I'll finish this and
Yeah, I gotta
get
finish this
started.
Mishi skeleton here. Any questions, comments, inquiries? Throw them in the chat there. I'll be sure to answer them when we look back at the when I look back at the screen. Art's gonna be scrolling. I'm gonna be scrolling. Nobody's gonna be reading chat, so it's gonna be a pretty quiet show. Unless Rob wants to come on and read chat for us. Did you get short done? Is your short done? It's done. Did you do it? Y'all good to go?
Hello, Robin.
Oh, you're working on those. Well, you're working on dog puzzles and shit, right? Puzzles and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. I gotta plug my camera in. Oh. Dumbass.
Plug it in. Plug it in.
Plugged in.
Yeah, she had to
Bye.
change her short. I gotta figure out
See,
my camera situation here.
see how many I can do in about an hour or so.
Oh, excuse me. Let's see. I'm yawning. Oh, that's not yawning. I'm missing something from my shelf. What's going on? Certain stuff's supposed to be in a certain place. I'm missing something off my shelf. I don't know what it is though. That's weird. Hey, Larry. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, you're gonna come on and do trivia? Sure. Come on, Robin. Come on, do some Friday night trivia. I won't even answer, and I won't give you a hard time about your answers that you give. Hey, Ange, how's it going? I keep getting high PC usage. Well, stop looking at porn and turn all your
Hi,
background stuff.
Angela. Hi, Lawrence.
It's all that porn that kills you. That's why Angela's hardly ever on. All that porn she's watching all the time. Hey, Larry, how's it going? I'm rotten because of what I just said. Yawn? What do you mean yawn? Yawn? No, Angela. What, Larry? You weren't there for the premiere? Oh, you missed so much. It's better when you watch it the first time around. Oh, Rob, I thought you were going to come on here and do trivia. Hey, baby.
Tired again?
What yet? What do you mean, Larry? Yet everything's going on. It's Friday night, man. You got to check out the premieres. You got to check out Nancy's show. You got to come over here. Oh, right. You got to go to the Hangouts first, though. Yeah, Robin, you're depressed. Come in here. We'll cheer you up. We'll either make you more depressed or you'll end up laughing. One way or another, you'll probably end up peeing your pants anyway. So, oh, Larry, good news or bad news? He says he's had a lot happen in the last week or so. I don't. I know how to answer that question, Robin. Robin, I know how to solve your dilemma about your limb salary, but it just threw me for a second. So when you first get your stalk of celery, uh, cut your base off of it, trim uh, all your leafy ends off it because you really don't need those anyway, and put it in a container of water in your fridge. It stays fresh and crisp for weeks. Oh, update on Larry. 5 days in 2 hospitals, 2 surgeries, and a bone marrow biopsy, and found out I'm fighting leukemia. Larry, what the hell? It's freaking crap. Well, I don't mean it's crap, but it's crap. Hey, Mark, how's it going? Well, it's not so much you failed at Yarn Live. It's just you just you're just missing something. I didn't watch it. I don't know what happened. Yeah, Larry, when you do something, you go all out. Well, you could have had you could have gotten a car accident on the way to the hospital too. That would have been even worse. But hey, Tia, how's it going? Is it Thea or Tia? I like Tia better. Oh, play the beast. The beast. I did the chain, but I couldn't get the stitch. That's all right. Just take some practice, Robin. That's all it is. Oh, is that what happened? Steve, you'll get it, Robin. Try starting with a rat's nest. You know, there's a simple project you can do on your scroll saw that'll just to help you wind up your yarn into a ball to make it easier. And then you can scroll saw a yarn ball. There you go. I'm just gonna call you the beast. Well, look, everybody, the beast is in the room. Yeah, Robin. Let me look it up because I know there's a thing. Bum, bum, bum. It's called a yarn baller machine DIY. Or a yarn ball winder. Yeah, 'cause you can do that on a video, right? Here, I'll send this to you. I'll send this to you, Robin. Because what you do is you make a yarn baller first, and then you make a yarn bowl. I'll send you the link too, Ange. Yeah, and then when you guys can do your own little crafting show, make little yarn ballers, and then you make a yarn ball on your scroll saw. Greg. Larry says, I'm trying to quit smoking too, but not having much luck there. Well, the only way to really quit smoking is be put in the hospital for freaking 3 weeks at a time. Hello, Hector. Hector Fabian Guaran on Facebook. Hello from Colombia. How's it going? What, my hack I just did? That's from drinking. It's not from coughing. You're like, yeah. Likely excuse. I'm not getting much cutting done. You don't have anybody to chat. Larry says, yeah, I did it for 5 days. Lit one just as I got out. Yeah, like I tell people all the time, like I went on holidays for 3 weeks one time, didn't smoke at all, And as soon as I went to work, I got in the truck, lit smoke up. It was just, I don't know, muscle memory, I guess, right? Neil says, "Can you cut yourself on a scroll saw?" Um, in answer to that question, it's possible to cut yourself on a scroll saw. I think we know of 3 people that have ever done it. Um, have you ever cut yourself on a scroll saw, Art?
No, I've
No.
been
Yeah.
using it since '97.
Yeah. Like it's actually really hard to cut yourself on a scroll saw. Even with a brand new sharp blade, because the thing is that like it, it's weird because it can cut wood and plastic and everything else, but in order to actually cut your skin, you actually got to push it right into the blade to actually cut your skin. Um, I can actually hold my finger right against the blade while I'm cutting to keep my pattern down sometimes, like for small pieces, and it won't even rub. Well, it won't even rub the skin. Like your you know how you just rub. You know how if you rub your hand against sandpaper, takes your fingerprints off. Like if you do that on a scroll saw, it won't even do that. So yeah, like if you wanna cut your finger, if you wanna cut yourself on a scroll saw, you really got to force your finger right into there. So the object has to be hard. Well, not really, because I can cut foam. Because you can cut styrofoam and hardcore foam core board on the scroll saw. You can cut paper on the scroll saw. Um, I'm trying to figure out soft stuff that I've cut. Oh yeah, meat. You can cut meat with your scroll saw. Yeah, so you can cut pepperoni and sausage on your scroll saw. But yeah, like you got to push really hard to cut your finger on a scroll saw. I'd show you, but I don't even think I could do it.
Ain't that something? You can cut a quarter, but you got to work to cut yourself.
Well, I guess it's more of a fingers are meat. But fingers are a different kind of meat, though, because it's different. It's soft tissue. But um, I guess you'd have to have like almost a death wish to actually try and cut yourself on a saw. That's like like running your fingers through the table saw. The only time you actually cut yourself is by accident. You never purposely do it because if you did, like it takes a lot of will to physically force yourself to run your fingers through a blade. If you do it on accident, that's another story. But if you're purposely trying to do it, it takes will willpower to do that. I don't know. It's weird. There are times I've actually ran my finger down the side of the blade while I was cutting, and the thing is, it I really only noticed it because of the heat friction from the blade more than anything else. Oh, Shay, you're the best. Shay says, I can't even walk downstairs without hurting myself. I never cut myself on a scroll, so. I did it once, but I wasn't paying close enough attention. Cut my finger, but it was like a paper cut. Oh, yes, Neil. Shay is, Shay needs to be wrapped in bubble wrap when she walks out the door. Even then, she'll still trip up on garbage ties or get caught in the door walking out the door, which got caught on her Ring doorbell. She'll blow away in a strong wind too. Hey, so you know how? Oh, hey, Mishi. Yes, he may. Hey, so you know how on a lot of shows, people are trying to raise money. I'm not going to throw this into a fundraiser, but well, I am, but I'm not. People are always trying to raise money for, oh, my kid's in the hospital. Oh, my kid had an accident, we need money. Oh, his car accident, we need money. Blah blah blah, and everything else. Well, so 2 weeks ago, Tanya, who was on our show once from California, she got a service dog, Gatto. He's blind now, but he's still her service dog. And apparently, he ripped his ACL and needs surgery. And she got a quote from the vet for her dog. And hey, Mr. Russ Meadows, how's it going?
What's going on?
Oh, Russ.
Hey, Art.
How you doing?
So
Oh, I'm doing
she
good. I
got
got everybody going for right now.
she got a quote from the vet, and for ACL surgery for a dog is $7,400. Huh.
Wow.
But so when Teresa got her knee done, that was covered in her insurance, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they just got home. Dang it. It's fixing to get loud.
God.
Hello,
Dang.
everybody. Yeah.
So
her
anyway,
insurance is insured. Yeah.
So I put the link up on my Facebook page there. If you want to go over, go check it out or whatever. And she's only got, how much did she say? I think she has 600 raised so far out of 6,500 for the surgery for a dog. But she's trying, and she's a maker in the community. I'm just putting that out there. Yeah, she has 600. She has 600 raised so far out of $6,500 for her service dog. Too busy to get off her phone, eh? Well, Greg says his daughter tore her ACL and just got surgery last month. Why she jump like a frog? Imitation is the best form of flattery. Highest form of flattery, they say. Damn kids, don't even close the door. There you go. You tell him, Russ.
Stick up for myself.
This is my time. Get out of here.
All right, now who is we talking about that just have to have surgery for a dog?
Tanya Bergeau. She's from California. She's a maker. She makes she's a crafter. Oh, actually, she's a carver. She hand carves signs,
Oh, okay.
and she makes leather masks, like the Mexican wrestling masks. She makes those,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
and she does all her sewing and everything by hand. Like she doesn't use a machine. She just does it all by hand. And she's really good. She's a really cool person. And her service dog went blind, and she basically had surgery for the dog to have his eyes taken out, right?
whoa.
Yeah. But the thing is the dog can still move around the house and the backyard and everything because it knew the yard when it had full sight.
Mhm.
But it basically had like early onset glaucoma.
Yeah, but it's got the smells. The smells.
Yeah,
help.
yeah. So they took Gatto's eyes out, but the dog still, is living a good life, right? And she has fibromyalgia and some health issues and stuff too. So
Wow.
yeah, so now the dog just tore its ACL, and I got to get surgery for it.
How much is that going to cost?
$6,500.
Oh, here we go again. Hang on.
Hey, John Thompson, how's it going today? Oh, she's so cool.
Yeah, they're saying you're so cool.
She's so cool.
Get out of here. God, making me sick.
I remember back in the '60s when that was cool.
Yeah, that was back in the 60s. Out. Let's go. Dog right there. Get out. Jesus Christ.
Freaking grandkids.
Yeah, I know. Terrible.
Did Herb go back to lay down or what?
No, he's still there. Him and Amanda.
The kids?
Yeah, Dennis left.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that we were hanging out with Dennis there.
Yeah, he popped in. Yeah, you're right, Steve. Oh, real doors with locks. I really should be having a brand new shop out there with doors that I can close. I could stay out there and do it however long I wanted to.
Yeah, with good Wi-Fi.
She would not. Yeah, real good Wi-Fi. She wouldn't worry about me out there as long as I wanted to stay out.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was done, John.
Oh, you need Charles in here so you can have another jab at him.
Where's Charles? It's Friday night.
Mark says, remember, Russ, silence is golden, duct tape is silver. I actually have duct tape. And I got some black duct tape. They never get that crap off.
You know what's better though? This stuff never comes off.
Holy crap! What is that?
Tuck tape.
I've never seen that.
It's for like vapor barriers and stuff.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, yeah. You put this stuff on air. Actually, I'll show you. You put this. You even put it on a piece of wood. Can't find the end of it here. Tuck tape is used for insulating too, right? Insulating and vapor barriers.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Where's my knives at? Right, put it on a piece of wood. See, that pulls the grain right off the wood. Now
Oh
my
my God.
wood is fucked now. It pulled all the grain off.
Mm.
But like if you leave it on like out in the sun for like maybe
Oh
5 minutes,
yeah.
and the red backer stays on what you put it onto, and you basically peel it off as clear tape.
Mm-mm-mm. You didn't need that piece, did you?
Nope. Mark. Oh my god, I'm laughing.
Tape him to the ceiling, huh?
It's called tuck tape. See that? I even got a brand new roll right there too. Tuck tape.
Wow. You just
Sheet.
tuck them
sheeting.
away, huh?
Yeah. Like when you I don't know if they do it down there. You know how like you see buildings, like when they put the plywood up on the outside of the building, then they put the Tyvek paper on it, the white wrap on the building.
Yeah.
You see red tape around it too, and that's what that is.
Mm.
Yeah, you can fix broken taillights with it because you can see right it's translucent
Mm-hmm.
and matches exactly to your red taillights. I think it works better than duct tape, but it's like acoustic seal too. But you just don't get that on anything.
Uncle B.S. Bobby says, good day.
Uncle B.S. Bobby. Good day, Uncle Bobby.
Good night,
Well, guys,
Larry.
lay down. Good night, all. Well, Larry, lay down. What are you saying? Come on, stay on the show. Come on, man. Spent all week in the hospital. Now you got leukemia. Now you want to go lay down. Jeez. All right, man. Take care. We'll be thinking about you.
Yeah, Larry.
And that's Larry LC from Larry LC Woodworks.
The other Larry.
Promo there. Yeah.
Well, Uncle Bobby says, how you is?
How you is? No, he's yelling. Fuck.
Yeah, he's yelling.
You gotta use your inside voice, man. What's the SM after your name mean, Bobby?
Well, fellas, it looks like I'm going to have to say hi and bye. They're making way too much noise.
We can't even hear them.
Yeah, I can.
I can hear them, but they're not that loud.
It's irritating the heck out of me.
Ah,
They don't give a rat's butt.
Tia says, Robert, I just asked my daughter, 12-year-old, what channel she watched to crochet bees and octopuses. And it is Hooked by Robin. She has really good beginner videos you might like. All right. Hooked by Robin.
I'll see you, fellas.
See ya,
All right,
Russ.
Ross. Take care, man. Hooked by Robin. Hooked by Robin. Crochet tutorials. Oh, there you go, Robin. There you go. There you go, Robin. Go check her out. Ask a little bit of her video, and actually, she's doing it's called a moss stitch. And I'm watching this right now, and I bet you I could actually do this. 3 million views. Holy cow. It's got to be her viral video. Holy cow, she's quick too.
That's a lot of views.
Yeah, she put the video up 1 year ago. She got 3 million views on it. Well, and she got another one from me too, so. There you go, Robin. That actually looks kind of educational for you. Check her out. Crochet with Tiffany is another crochet YouTuber. Frick you guys. You guys, you should be helping. Gotta help. Gotta drop some links here. Was it Crochet by Tiffany? Crochet by Tiffany Hansen. Patterns for beginners and advanced. Welcome to my channel. I'm a crochet obsessed designer who can't get enough of playing with my yarn. My mission? To spread the knowledge. See? To spread the knowledge, right? There you go, Robin. So, don't say we're not helping you out. Steve almost has Linda convinced to set up a camera and do time lapse for her weaving of her loom. What? Oh, hi, Jeannie. How you doing today, Jeannie? Hey, Jeannie. Friday night. What are you doing? So you almost have her convinced, Mark. So what's it gonna take to set that final mark in there? How much you gonna pay her?
Or blade.
Jeannie's going to Rhinebeck tomorrow. Like, where's Rhinebeck? Oh yeah, oh yeah, Mark. And then what you do is you have her auction off her first limited edition one time sweet thing, and the proceeds will go back towards her thing her spinning club, right? Bum bum bum. Yarn and Fiber Festival, says Jeannie. Mark says it's just a time-consuming process. That's why she's thinking about a time-lapse video. John says maybe she could do an hour a day for a week or so and then combine it together so the pattern would come to life. Well, that sounds cool. Otherwise, it's just her tossing a shovel back and forth. Yeah, Mark, but people will sit and watch golf, and people will sit and watch tennis, and people will sit and watch darts, like and snooker, and it's people will sit and watch crocheting for I don't know how many hours. Everybody out there. People will sit and watch scroll sawing for six to 24 hours at a time, right? But at least with her on her loom, it you're people are excited to watch the finished project, right? And be like, oh, I wonder what color she's gonna go to next. Oh, look at that! Look at it. You can start seeing the design come through and everything else. Well, you know how I am, Mark. I'm like a turkey with a tail feather. Yeah, it's pretty. I'm trying to steal one of the quotes and I can't even do it properly. You know where I was going with that, right, man? Her weaving guild has an annual weaving challenge. Last year, the challenge was to weave something a copy of the seismograph tape to the episode Duncan Hall. So that's cool. Chris says, Mark, complicated pattern would be a nice change from all the beginner weaving out there. Ow, 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 ow. Leg cramps. Hey, Jason, how's it going? Mark says this year's challenge is to weave something that represents Great Basin National Park. He's contemplating a 4-panel tapestry that looks like a 1950s postcard. Ooh, that sounds cool. Yeah, I want to see that one too. Four-panel tapestry. Tapestry. Ooh, it's a pastry. Pastry. Oh, she's got a year to get it done. Okay, cool. Well, we're going to ask you for updates every week now. Holiday knitting mode. Dun, 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 dun. Ow. Leg cramp. Just fucking.
You want to bed? Huh? Okay.
Wait, everyone leave at once? No, everybody's still here. Oh, just quit without a chat reader mark. Sorry, it takes me a little longer to walk to the refrigerator to get a drink and back again. Angela, you just need a little mini fridge beside your couch there, your chair.
Mark, I had to go say good night to the wife.
No, I didn't walk away. I was having leg cramps. Leg cramp. I've been
Time for her to
standing.
go to bed.
Been standing in my bucket so long lately for the past couple of days now. My legs are just catching up to me, basically. I think I'd rather stand on concrete all day than my bucket. Well, see, I get calcium from my milk, my chocolate milk that I drink every day, and I get potassium from my banana I eat every day. You know what? Sources of magnesium. Spinach, chocolate. See, chocolate. There you go. Bananas. See, and peanuts. All right. So therefore, I can get all that from chocolate milkshake. Because Carrie always puts bananas in the milkshake, and it always has also some nuts. There you go. Peanut butter parfait, chocolate, and milk and peanuts. There you go. I get all my calcium, magnesium from that. I'm not a hooker. Says Robin. No, not yet. You're not. Baby steps. See, baby steps, Robin. First you gotta become a street walker before you become a hooker. Oh, see what I did there? There you go, Robin. Chris said it. Robin, you too can become a hooker. Linda tried to show me how to use one of her knitting machines. That's way above my pay grade. You make it sound like it's harder to use a knitting machine than it is to use a CNC, Mark. Mark says it is, John. Didn't you get the memo? We just push a button and let the machine do everything. Robin, Connie sends you a diagram, so it shows close up. Close up. Charles, come on the show, Charles. So I was just talking with Tanya, and close up hooking. Is that allowed on YouTube? I was just talking with Tanya. She's gonna be on a show tomorrow to try and raise some funds for her dog, for Gatto. But she got to work in the morning, but she'll come on in the afternoon. So yeah, that'll work. Charles, come on the show, man. Come on. Oh, and Russ isn't here now. And it says, Rob, my daughter was teaching me how to hold a message video, and I was having trouble because my hook was slipping off the yarn. So you mishooked it? Am I gonna get lip if I come on? No, I'll tell Art to calm down a bit. Yeah, be nice, Art.
Charles.
Robin says, yeah. Robin says, yeah, be nice, Art. Nah, Mark. Art was giving him a hard time last night. But Charles, if we don't make fun of you, that means we don't love you. So the more fun we make of you, the more we love you. That's the way it goes, right? We all love Charles the mostest.
Two done. Oh, I lost his head. Look out. 2 Pomeranians. Ah, now I'm good. Next. Oh, what we got here? The Corgi, 5 of those. Cigarette break.
Charles, I just said PB&J, and I thought about you. Says Angela. Yeah, Charles, did you eat first? Did you eat before you come on the show? That's what you got to do. You got to eat before you come on the show. Yeah, Angela. Curious minds want to know why you're thinking about Charles or eating your PB&J. Or Charles, you just come on and start scrolling and not talk at all, because I'm good at doing that. So there's that. Oh, somebody's here. We got to change your name then.
Yeah.
Good evening, Charles.
What about how? I mean, sir.
How
No,
was
Mark,
your
don't
day?
tell him that.
Uneventful. Well, yeah. I had a couple print fails, so I had to start over. So it was a little frustrating.
Ah, well, how long were they in? How long were they in before they failed?
3 out of 5 hours. Only one failed.
Can you
Though.
salvage?
I don't know.
Can you salvage it?
No, but it doesn't use much filament. It's just frustrating because you're waiting for it to be done and stuff like that. I'm doing family pictures, so it
Oh.
This is my niece.
Oh, those look nice.
Thank you.
So they're 3D printed.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the daughter of the one that was killed.
Oh.
I don't know how well you can see the layers, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can see it on the one on the right. Sorry, your left. Your left one, you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. No, the other one. Your other left.
Yeah.
That left.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
look
you can
up
see
close,
the
you can definitely see them.
Yeah.
It's a dang neat process, but yeah, this one initially failed for some reason. I don't know why, but I got it done.
Those take 5 hours?
Depends on how many layers, how thick the layers are, and how much details in the picture.
Wow.
They take. I also, just like scrolling, I go as big as the print bed will allow, which is about 10 inches. So that plays into it. If it was smaller, it wouldn't take as long.
Yeah.
But stuff
Hey,
like
Mike,
this,
how's it going?
sorry, I don't mean to make it about me, but she has dark hair.
Oh, fine.
And as you can see it, some of them, there's some gray patches because if you went any higher with the black, it would overtake the picture. If you went any higher with the light, it would drown it out. So this one's a little bit bright. But yeah, it's constant learning process. And I'm not hungry
It's
right
it's
now,
a
so don't talk about food.
it,
Go ahead.
it's like a resolution highlight thing too, though, because you're working on black and white, right?
Well, it's more so about the quality of the photo to begin with. That picture of my dad was the only picture of my dad that wasn't crappy, because if it's even a little bit blurry, it won't look all that good. But I
Yeah,
mean, it depends on what you're into. I mean, it looks like her, so there's that.
yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Mike just got in. Says, "Howdy, I just woke up. Don't expect sense. Coffee at the ready."
I just
Well,
woke
Mike,
up.
I was seeing your post today. Nice balls. You got some nice balls there, Mike. That's all I got to say to that.
I
Mark,
and being open that I usually am, I'm not in a bad mood. I just the more I thought about yesterday, the more it got to me. So that's why I did the preface before I came in.
oh, okay.
I'm not directly mad at anybody. I just have a history behind me, and every now and then it gets old. And if I see signs that it could get old, I get cautious. So that's why I said what I said. But I'm not pissed off at anybody.
Well, we can blame Chris. He's camping, so let's blame him anyway.
Yeah, I'm not mad at
um,
anybody, and I'm nobody. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, there we are. And Mike says 3 of his balls are okay.
so,
Thank you.
yeah, Mark says, for someone who said they don't do well learning new software, you took the 3 pretty fast.
And I'm you know me, I'm not real good at complimenting myself. I'm one of these people, I look for the things that are wrong, meaning I got more to learn. But yeah, I'm excited how much I'm learning. I got so much more to learn now. And thank you,
Well, the thing
Angela.
is, like you, I find you're a perfectionist and you're your own worst enemy.
Oh
Because you
yeah,
find
oh
the
yeah.
flaw in the stuff you do, and you're like, I don't like, and you throw shit across the room.
Well,
I don't like
like
this.
I have airbrushes, but I've never touched them because I'm scared to screw it up. And I know I briefed on it yesterday, but I want to learn to design stuff from scratch. But right now, I'm having a ball doing this stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, just like a scroll song, you just got to find you got to try it all to find your niche, right?
Yeah.
That's how you ended up doing full detail poster size stuff.
Yeah. Uh, then again, you're limited by the size of the print bed. So 10 inches is the biggest I'll be able to go on this kind of stuff. But if I can make an 8x10 frameable, I got to proportion them correctly, then I'll probably sell more. But I haven't tried to sell the finished pieces yet on those. Hello, Shay.
Okay. Well, but can you do like you can do like a triptych or like a 4-piece one that just butts up together
That's
to make
not a
it
bad
4
idea.
times that size.
Yep, a little modern art there. Real quickly, not to blow
Yeah.
you off. Hello, Steve. Hello. Mark said, I'm just catching up on comments. Mark says, dude, look at that skull on the wall. You're a freaking cool, man. Or that's freaking cool. Thank you. I don't know why Shay said yellow, unless I missed something.
She's saying hello.
Uh,
It's her stupid spell correct. It's like saying
huh.
roof. Woof.
Oh. My mom would always answer the phone sound like she's saying mellow. And Robin said she's having
Hello.
another meltdown. I'll be at my mom's tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be here tomorrow night or not. I'll try to be, but
You got to hang out with your brother.
well, that my mom.
No, I'm gonna go see my mom. Cliff
My
is staying
mom
in the
lives
garage.
there
I'm not
too.
even gonna see him at all.
Yeah, he gets lonely pretty quick because there's not a lot to do out in the country. Oh, they don't need to be, Steve. I just think the odds are better because they'll be frameable. Because these things are pretty flimsy. Otherwise, you'd have to stick a tack or a nail through it to hang it up. But if you make them 8x10, then you can stick them in a frame. That was my reasoning. But if I can learn how to do thicker ones, I can make coasters. But I don't know that process yet. There's videos on it, but it goes above my head.
You'll figure it out though.
Hopefully. But thank you for the vote of confidence. Shay says I just took apart my sign. I guess she means the lion one, or the number
Yeah,
sign.
like didn't you have that already framed up?
You got 300 dogs left there, Art.
Got that?
You got 300 dogs left.
No, I got the 2 Pomeranians done. Now I'm working on the 5 Corgis. Then I got 5 weenie dogs to do, 2 pugs and 2 cars, and then I can attach some more.
And a partridge in a pear tree. Sweet. Good job, sir.
And,
Shay says she didn't like it. Sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead, Art.
and then I got a bunch of orders painted and done today. They're all going tomorrow with me to the craft show, and everybody's going to come pick them up.
How much does the painting affect it, or is it thin enough paint that it doesn't change how it fits together? Or do you just paint the face?
Oh no, I don't paint the dogs.
Oh,
There's other projects you've seen me paint.
right. Shay says, now I have to figure out what I'm going to do tomorrow evening, LOL. And everybody's saying good night to Mark. Good night, Mark. He's having ice cream.
So it saves me a lot of time having to get boxes and going to the post office.
Responding to a message without naming names because I don't mess with people's privacy, but I can't do a 10 by 10 thing on the print plate because there's a little sensor at the bottom left that if you cover it up, it won't print. I don't know why. But yeah, ideally 10 by 10 would be great. But anyway, thank you to that person that sent me the message. Stuff and shit, thanks. Alrighty then.
So what's the widest you can print though?
Same. It's a 10 by 10 build plate, but it can't be completely 10 by 10. Okay, it can be a rectangular, but if it's a complete square, it has to be small enough to not hit that lower left corner of the plate, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, well that's like your printing parameters on a printer, right? Like because you got margins that it won't print past.
Yeah.
So like 9.5 by 9.5 would be like the maximum.
I'd have
Or like
to look.
9 by 10 probably, right?
Probably, maybe even slightly smaller. But I mean, I can do rectangular completely 10 inches tall, but if it goes past, it's so hard to explain. Words are hard for me. I got
No, it makes sense. And it's like a trigger switch, right? So the thing is you can't go past that point.
Well, it's it's probably similar to CNC. CNC is a homing point, I think, and I don't know exactly. Without googling it, I don't know the purpose of that little thing in the left corner, but it's not visible. It's just that's where the thing ends up and starts. But I guess it has to have access to that, and if there's 3D filament plastic in the way of that, it doesn't see it or something like that. I don't know, but
we're just gonna call it a limit switch from now on. Then, okay. So Mike has a point. What if you make things bigger by making them joinable? Like if you make it like a jigsaw puzzle, you know what I mean?
Well, I know what you're saying. I just don't know how that would look because I think the seams would be obvious. That's how some people, from the research I've done, like if somebody makes a picture with, like instead of a general hue changing colors, they will do like the face, like let's say a Star Wars character. The face is orange,
Yeah.
You do that as a separate piece. You do the hair or whatever else as another piece, and then you join them together. I don't know how you join them together. People say glue them together, but they're so narrow. I don't know how you glue them together. So I got to figure out how you would do a backer for that and glue it to that. That's part of the still learning process. That and coasters. If I can do coasters, that opens a pretty big audience.
Yeah, exactly. But like, if it was able, if you were possible, as a something for you to try,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Um, so let's say you wanted to do, so
Can
this
you
would
go full
be,
screen so I can see that?
so if this was 8.5, 11, so 8.5, 17, 17 by 11, right? For example,
Yeah,
because you can do 8.5 by 10 or 8 by 10, right?
yeah.
So you could do like a wave join, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So take your picture and then on your software, just
So it's
have
not a
that.
distinct one
And
line
it
scene.
basically, yeah, it's just you don't have a straight line across it. So but make it at like junction points, uh, like, for example, like her eyes would be there and her chin would be there, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That way, it's a lot less noticeable, and it would look
Hopefully, yeah.
more, yeah.
But if it's all
Like it would be,
designed from the same picture, it should be doable. My brain hasn't gotten there yet. But they say gluing them together. I know there's not enough of a face if you cut it side to side, so I'd have to glue it to some kind of backer. Figuring out that backer, I might be over or under thinking it, but
yeah,
I don't know. I just got to experiment with it. But once I learn that, I can do distinct colors. Like I can do one section in completely different color and another section in another completely different color. So, like if you look up Hue Forge on YouTube, one of them we'll talk about. It'll have a picture of Ahsoka, the lady with an orange face and blue and white tentacle looking things on her head.
yeah, yeah.
If you look up on the Hue Forge channel, it has a video talking about different colors. I don't remember what it is, but the thumbnail is Ahsoka, and that's where he talks about doing them in a separate section, but he never talks about how to assemble them. So that's the part I got to figure out.
Okay.
There's also a way of thickening them, which I think would be ideal for coasters, or at least whatever. The less black you have, the thicker it is, because this one isn't as flexible as the one I made for you, because there's a lot of black in it. So that first layer, I got to thicken up the first layer. Anyway,
Okay. Learning curve though.
you
It's like everything else. It's like Robin and her crocheting. Learning
yeah.
curve, baby steps. You just gotta walk yourself into it, and basically, you can watch videos, but you're still self taught unless you get direct tutorial instruction from somebody else.
Yeah, I do better from video tutorials, but the guy that runs the Hue Forging channel talks a little bit advanced. I don't think he does it on
Yeah,
purpose, but some of it is really confusing. But there are other tutorial videos, just not on thickening or coloring on Hue Forge anyway.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
You'll get it. You'll get it. You'll be a master, and then you'll be teaching people how to do it.
Word.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm just having. I literally have hundreds of designs. But you got to have the filament to print it out to have a product photo, and that's where I'm limited. We've talked about this, but yeah. And Mike says some of the D&D figures are big and jointed. Well, on actual 3D things, you don't have to turn your saw off.
I'm not.
On
I'm
actual,
changing direction.
on actual 3D things that have pieces, they have what they call cut and key. A slot on one end and a tab on another. But it's not so flat. There's probably a whole different process. But if anybody wants to watch that Ahsoka video on HueForge, HueForge YouTube channel, y'all may be able to figure out better than I can, because I don't know how to join them once whatever. Yep. John, are you one? This is personal, but there's a method to my madness. Have you ever? I guess a lot of us. Do you literally live paycheck to paycheck?
Pretty much.
Have you ever ordered something or started a service like a subscription to something on an awkward date, and it always lines up to where you don't have the money until like the end of the month kind of deal?
Yeah.
I'm dealing with that right now, and I don't know what to do because I can't. Hey, can you give me an extension until such and such a date? Because I'll always be late because I started it, beginning of football season.
Well,
And
see, the thing is, I see. I don't deal with the finances. Carrie does, but I do know that's stuff that falls on stupid days.
yeah,
Basically, she'll call, because they'll start calling me, even though she's supposed to be the one answering the phone. But they'll call when they call me. I know something's up, and then it's like, Carrie, you need to deal with this. And so she'll call them. She'll say, okay, I can give you this much on this date, but you can't really defer payments until everything's caught up, right? You know what I mean?
yeah.
So basically, she'll give them like half of what they need, like halfway through, and then the other half at the end of the month, at the other payday. So
Yeah, well, up until now, and this is not a guilt trip, it just is what it is. I had enough pattern sales to cover that payment until my regular disability check comes in. But when I don't get those, like right now, I'm 84 in the hole because it basically is Hulu to be able to watch football in live. But $84 in the hole because it hit, and I don't have any money to cover it until the end of the month.
but it's only the Cowboys, though.
Yeah. Okay. That's the only time I
Now-
get Hulu for football season. Once it's over, I get rid of it.
Now, if it was the Longhorns, it's a different story. But
I don't have like NFL Sunday ticket kind of crap. It's just live TV basically. Because copyrights and crap, you can't just run and find it. Mike says, I think it's a rule that you only see something you've been looking for when you don't have the money. Yeah, hell yeah. Like I need an external hard drive, ideally a 10 terabyte one. You'd be surprised how fast I can fill one up between files of scroll saw patterns and digital stuff. My mom is tapped out, Robin. She's having tree work done, and that she just got quoted $3,000 for that. My wife is already struggling because of me having to carry my financial
Wait.
burden.
I've seen you do tree work.
Is that a reference to woodwork? But I haven't done actual tree work. I've done the.
I've seen you do stump work.
I've done the grunt work of hauling off logs and crap, but I've never run the chainsaw. I've never any of that other stuff.
Yeah, it can't be that hard. Just watch a YouTube video.
Yeah. Well, my
Just don't
dad was
don't hit
overprotective
the house.
growing up. There's a lot of stuff that a lot of men know that I wasn't taught because my dad was overly cautious. I don't know how to drive a tractor because you can kill yourself on a tractor. Well, no crap. But it'd be nice to learn. And sell some 3D skulls. Yeah, Robin, I'm just not real good at selling. But yeah, I'm still learning and all that crap. I don't want to sell stuff until I like the way it looks, if that makes any
Yeah,
sense.
see, like Shay says, just watch a YouTube video. Works for us. Just watch a
I've
YouTube
done
video.
that. That's how I know what little I know. I never give myself enough credit, but I guess it's where I'm falling short that I concentrate on more than what I know, if that makes any sense. I don't know how to crochet. But no offense to the crocheters, I'm not really interested in learning. But to each their own, and I support everybody that follows their passion. Yeah, Greg says I started driving tractors at 8 years. My parents, God love them, but they've always been so overprotective. Like anything with just 3 wheels or 2 front small wheels, you can kill yourself. But and it's already gotten there. I said, well, what happens when everybody's too old to run the tractor, and you need somebody else to do it? If you don't teach me, they it's one of those. I was also raised, let somebody that knows what they're doing do it, for anything. But, you don't learn unless somebody teaches you. I mean, it's nice to have somebody that knows what they're doing, but damn. I don't know. That's why my brain is a work in progress constantly. Yeah. Steve Nealon says, yeah, Charlie, there's great videos on tree trimmers dropping them on houses and cars. Yeah, and a chainsaw is dangerous. I'm not like, no offense to women, but I'm not like girly scared of chainsaws. I've just never run one. My dad never taught me to cook out, so my wife knows more than I do about using a grill. It's little these things. Yeah, and that was 60 years ago. A lot of people that grow up on a country, or the necessity is there, not on the country, but in the country, learn to drive early, learn to drive tractors early, and all that crap. I didn't get my license till I was 21 because I didn't have nothing to drive. Chris Kaleidoscope says, so, Charles, you have no desire to be a hooker? No. I know he's playing off the word, but yeah. There are times I want to. Never mind. Hello, Jesse.
What?
No.
Jesse shows up just as Charles gets here. What's up with that? She hasn't been here the entire show, and then you get on, and she's here.
Well, I'm damn irresistible.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah. And it's just like, using guns. It's common sense safety, which what should be common sense anyway. But it's intimidating. Plus, I can't afford the chainsaw. Mike says a lot of things in tree surgery called widowmakers for a reason. Absolutely, yeah. It's all about angles and tipping points, and I know the premise of a lot of things. Like, if I concentrate really hard, I can drive a standard, but it's easier to just jump in an automatic, turn it on, blah, blah, blah. I haven't needed power or this or that, and blah, blah, blah. Just little things that a lot of people know that I don't have a clue how to do, or I have a clue, but no experience. But I'm not complaining because there's people out there that get it way worse than I do. Just saying. Jesse says, Charles and I are telepathic. Trying to get on the right waves. If we're telepathic, why haven't you slapped me? She hasn't met me yet. Restraining order. Damn it, her and Shay are getting together. Shay's gonna tell her how many restraining orders she's run through. I think they're going to the wrong address though, Shay, because I still haven't gotten them, but you've been talking about it since we met. Yeah, Mike says, and dead wood inside the tree, dead branches above you, trapped branches that spring up and can take your head. Yep. I've seen many a video. I'm into gore and stuff, but not those kind of videos. I've seen the kind where a tree or a branch will whip somebody right off a ladder. They'll even have something tied to it, and it'll swing down and knock the ladder out front. All kinds of stuff. Yeah, that dead wood, there's a lot of deceptive weight shifting in trees.
Deceptive.
To me, different safety things are common sense, but sadly, common sense ain't so common anymore, especially in this generation.
Exactly.
I think that's where my lack of confidence comes in. I know my parents were doing it because they care, but I don't know how to explain it. But a lot of people learn things the hard way, and I don't mean an injury, but inside joke. Jerry says, thanks for helping paint the kitchen. I was telling him how I wish I could come help, but driving scares the crap out of me right now. I owe him a lot. He won't say I owe him, but I know how to paint, and it would have been fun to be over there hanging out and painting, damn it.
Yeah, we saw you paint your outside your house.
Yeah.
Shit. So.
I really want to help Jerry. I just got to get over it and drive. Of course, they'll say you finished, and then there's no opportunity for me to. Good to see you, Jerry.
Well, I was gonna come, but you're done now.
And I will say this publicly: I got a lot of friends, but probably Jerry, John, and Steve Nealon are my closest friends.
I got a lot of friends, but I got no rich friends.
Well, like what I was getting at, people that I actually generally think about more than other people. No offense to those other people, is probably Jerry, Steve Nealon, and you, John.
You think about me?
Yeah, when I'm got hemorrhoids, you know. Sorry, if it gets too mushy, I'm gonna make it awkward. I do.
I was actually gonna say that. You know that, right?
Probably. Oh, I know you were just giving me a hard time, Jerry. But yeah, and that's not to say that I don't have other close friends. It's just top of the list would be all three.
Jerry, that's what he thinks about you. Is when he gets having a hard time.
Yeah. He says he's almost clean enough to start working on it again. Yeah, he's like me. In some cases, you'll work like hell for a good little while on something, and then you get a stopping point. Now I'll get back to it, and it never happens. But in Jerry's case, it's being busy. It's me wanting to stick with something. It took me way too long to paint my shop because I'm so meticulous. I want it to look good up close too, and I still find a way to screw it up sometimes.
Meticulous.
Yeah, sorry for them big words. And Jerry only lives 45 minutes away. Dang it! I wish. Well, that and he said there was construction. It's hard to get there, but I owe him so much. I mean, he's helped me more times. I've helped him little bitty ways, giving him crap, but that's not. I want to do, labor openings. But I am a slow painter because I'm a careful painter. The prep work takes longer than the painting, in my humble opinion. Herb already said he would have fired me because I take too long.
Yep.
I'm just careful. Well, I say careful. I'm just, I want it to look good up close. Like, painter's tape. If it goes a little bit under that painter's tape, it eats at me. Now, if we're doing like Bob Ross, Happy Little Cloud kind of thing, I could probably do that a little quicker. I'm trying to remember what Jerry was doing in his kitchen. I think he was redoing the whole thing, and he had to add a window or something, or cover up a window at some point. Greg says, I rode 600 kilometers today, Charles. It was great fun. And when you said you rode, do you mean a motorcycle or your scooter thing, Greg? And I'm not trying to be funny.
Motorcycle.
Angela said I just pulled out.
Went for a birthday ride.
Happy birthday, Greg. I forgot. Sorry, sir. Mike says, I've been learning sign writing, and the use of masking tape and lining tape is scorned upon.
Scorned upon. Yes, it is, Mike.
Well, I know there's a way to what they call cutting in, but I trust the tools for what they're for. He wants to sign write his lathe. Yeah, I've seen some people with a pinstriping brush. They should do that crap like it's nothing. It's like, good Lord, I can. Shoot.
Yeah, like I know sign writers. Being in the industry of sign works, sign writers are there's very few left that actually do actual hand pinstriping, hand pinstriping, and sign lettering. I don't even know anybody that still does it anymore.
Well, it's neat to watch. I mean, way back when I saw it, I was like in my early 20s or teenage years, but the guy had like a plotted out thing with little microscopic holes. He blotted baby powder on it. It left somewhat of a thing. And he used this long stick to balance himself on to do the handwork.
Yep. Yeah. So I don't know the actual name for it, but basically, so you hand draw or print off your pattern.
Yeah.
and then you use a pounce wheel. Basically, it's a miniature. What's that thing on the back of your cowboy boot? Spur.
Heel. Oh,
Spurs.
oh, not everyone has a spur, but yeah,
A spur.
okay, sure. Oh,
So-
yeah,
so
so we're talking about the same thing,
basically-
but microscopic holes.
Yeah. So it's called a pounce wheel, and basically it's a miniature spur that has the pokers on it. You basically just follow your line around. You tape your pattern on, and you the best thing to use is basically a bag of chalk, blue chalk, blue or black chalk, depending on the color you're putting it onto. Tap it on, pull your pattern off, and your pattern's on there already pounced
Yeah,
on.
the line to
And-
follow. Yeah.
You got lines to follow, and the thing with the chalk just comes off, or you paint over it anyway. And
Yeah.
yes,
What happens if you
so-
have to do a base coat? You have to redo that to figure out what goes where.
yeah, so you're basically gonna do registration marks, right? For your pattern, and most times you have like 3 or 4 patterns with registration marks that overlap each other, so that way you can do the different layered colors. And then the stick you're talking about, basically, I can't. There's an actual name for it. It's basically about 2 feet long, and it's got a rubber tip on it. It looks like a baton, like a twirling baton.
To keep it from sliding.
Yeah, to keep it from moving, and you keep your hand will run across it to keep your hand level and steady at the same time.
Yeah.
And you actually use the stick to do your up and down and swirls and motions and stuff. You use the stick to do that with your hand.
Yep.
And then
Yeah.
clear it, and then usually you clear coat it with it's called frog juice. It basically seals it right into the paint. Like it seals the paint in, and you the paint that we use is called one shot. Sign paint is one shot.
Like it you don't need multiple coats.
No. Yeah.
Greg says I do hand pinstriping. I use lots of rags and reducer though. Yeah, everybody has their own way. Some ways are easier than others. Chris says, oh, he's talking to Art. I mean, damn it. I saw the next line. Talking to Robin. Mike says, nice art, and art scrolling has gone to the dogs, says Mike.
Thank you.
And hand sign painting, like it's a lost art. Like hand sign painting, same with neon blowing. It's a lost art because nobody does it anymore. Because with graphic design and graphic printers and everything else, you can get like the most amazing thing.
Yeah, Chris says, John, did most sign writers go to the auto detailing world? I would say underground auto detailing, because it's not a standard thing anymore. Because machines and robots and crap do so much stuff now.
See, the thing with most sign writers, I'm talking like they learned their skills when they were adults in the 60s. So most of them have passed on now. But and the thing is, a lot of them did not pass on their trade because not a lot of people wanted to learn how to do it, because computers came out, AutoCAD and Vinyl Graphics and everything else came out at the same time. And the thing is, you can actually go down to the store and buy pinstriping, or you can order pinstriping with whatever design you want on, and you basically just run it right down your car, and it's all done. It's already cut and or printed, laminated, and you can just stick it right on. And you can go one step further and get them the same as decals, which are like for your model airplanes and stuff, model airplanes and cars. You basically just soak them in water, lay them down, and just squeegee all the air out, and it's done.
Yep. Mike says, I think most sign writing is for TikTok and YouTube, so you can Cricut it now too. Yep.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know, earlier John was talking about registration marks. Long story short, without sounding like a mansplaining, registration marks is to multiple piece pattern. Registration marks, you overlap those to where they're at the same spot, and that tells you everything's lined up. That's probably the quick way of putting it.
Yep.
Or reference points, if nothing else.
Yeah, because the thing is, you can cut out laminate patterns on the Cricut as well. You use most marks for all your different colors and different layers. Like if you look at clip art, you'll notice that most clip art is usually 7 to 9 colors, but they're all layered. And the thing is, you only start your back layer, do that, and then use registration marks to line everything up. And you can just spray paint everything all at the same time, like different coats.
Yep. Well, it's
But
just,
most,
like you're talking about hand painting versus technology and crap. That's somewhat comparable to hand tools.
yeah,
Some
exactly.
people prefer hand tools. Some people, like me, went with scrapers or whatever you call them.
I started watching this guy on YouTube, on YouTube, Facebook, Facebook Shorts, I think it was. This stonemason. They, the guy's like in his early 20s, and he is like the go-to guy to rebuild cornices and like brickwork on castles and churches.
Yeah.
And he's phenomenal. Like he'll draw his layout design on this block of, I don't know what they use, and then he just grabs his chisels, and it's all done by hand, and he's got these perfect curves and perfect angles and everything to match up to existing pieces that have fallen off the church.
Yeah, good craftsmanship like that is amazing to watch. And hello, Chris Nealon, who says it seems very quiet here.
No, it's not quiet. What are you talking about? It's loud here.
When I first opened up the YouTube watch page, it was really quiet. Then I realized I had it muted. And because I wasn't on the panel yet, because you know me and dead air.
Oh yeah, there's that.
Yep.
And then.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say. I'm not versed in the script yet. As far as this skull behind me, my goal is to make it about this tall. Much bigger. I'm going to be multitasking slightly, so forgive me if I'm not in the comments.
Holy cow, it's late. Getting late.
You alright over there, Art?
Yeah. Oh, more and more every day.
I'm surprised I'm not with as much smoking as I do.
Yeah, Angela, I noticed that last night because you couldn't hear my furnace, and apparently my scroll saw was like quiet right off the bat. It doesn't take
Yep.
like friggin' 5 minutes for it to quiet down anymore.
Noise cancellation is a lesson.
Man, I got so many cuts on my fingers today. Cuts and wire holes.
I'm probably not the only one, but have you ever had one of those days where things you somewhat know how to do or know how to do, you can't dial them in right, and you step
Oh,
away
having a
because
brain fart.
yeah. Like I
What are
have
you
some
trying?
days on this keyboard thing that I can just get every slider right where I want it and this and that, and other days it's like, man, I can't get this. I better step away or I'm gonna screw them all up. So, yeah, that's always fun.
friend's son is a self-taught pinstriper and sign painter. Started out doing flames on trash cans and selling them at car meets. Now he's the go-to guy for hot rod detailing. That's cool.
Nice. Have you ever seen those people that do spray paint art? Like, there's like side of the road kind of things. Those are
Yeah,
freaking
like
awesome.
the street guys that work at fringe festivals and fairs and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Do a lot of space scenes and stuff like that.
Yeah, because some of it, I say easy in quotes, because their methods, it's easy for them. But yeah,
Oh yeah. Like they'll throw a couple bowls down, spray paint around it, black, white flecks on it, and then take a torch to it to burn it and
yeah,
dry it off with newspaper and stuff. It's cool watching them do it, and the
yeah.
final
From the
outcome.
easiest methods, like texture with a newspaper. I mean, it's just neat.
And like the final outcome looks awesome.
Yeah,
But
absolutely. And they do it. They whip it out.
But like, how many failures did they have to get to that point where they can just
Yeah.
rip it off in like 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, the thing I've noticed most often used, like where you were talking about a bowl, is like pot lids. Because they have the built-in handle on them. Or even folded up paper for like a gleam off of a bright spot. They just crease the paper and do it from a distance, and then I don't know, making off of stuff. Chris Neal says, "Sorry, tuned out. Keith Richards was on Jimmy Fallon. Looks good for someone 98 years old. I don't doubt it.
Holy crap, is he that old already?
Wouldn't surprise me. Willie Nelson's in his late 90s, I believe." Steve Nealon says, "Like anything, if you spend the time to learn something and do it over and over, it becomes easy." Yep. And I think Robin's talking to Mike or somebody, but she says 10% cashmere, 105 nylon. Or she might have meant 10% nylon, since the number 5 is where the percent symbol is. Oh, she's talking to Chris. Chris says, "Do not cut. Send to me or Don, untangle, and we'll return them all." Don to untangle. Yeah. No, he's not 98. LOL. He just looks at, yeah. That he was one of those comedians talking about he's tried every drug on the book and he's lived longer than most people. I think I read somewhere that Willie Nelson actually stopped doing pot for his health, but I'm not sure. It could have been a rumor, because you know how the internet is.
I got no idea how the internet
It's on the internet, it's got to be true, kind of thing.
is. No.
How old is Keith Richards? I'm too lazy to Google it. I'll just ask somebody.
No, I'll GPT chat it.
Greg says Mick is 80. Do you mean Mick Mars of Motley Crue?
No, Mick Jagger.
Oh, I thought I never brought up Mick Jagger. Never mind.
Keith Richards is 79. Born
He's only
December
79?
18th. Yeah,
Okay.
born December 18th, 1943.
Yep. George, Mike says, "Hello, Don." That ain't what Mike said. She just popped up as I was going to read the comment. "Hello, Don."
Mick Jagger's 80. Mick Jagger's 1 year older.
Mike.
Hey, Don,
Mike
how's it
says,
going?
George Bernstein getting old the right way. Yep. And Nancy is doing this. Hello, Nancy.
Oh wait, don't I have a Don? Aren't you on right away? Or have you already been on? No, you haven't been on. You'd still be on. I know I had a thing set up for it.
See, them yarnies looking out for each other. Everybody's offering to untangle. I think that's what they're offering, is to untangle Robin's yarn.
Yeah.
Oh, Nancy.
I don't know how to take that as a euphemism or what. Everybody's offering to untangle Robin's yarn.
For once, I didn't go there. I just. Well, little stuff like that can be frustrating unless you just put your mind somewhere else while you're doing it. Usually it's just a matter of different loops going through other loops. So you got to figure out where to go. Like
it's all one piece of string. I don't know how it gets knotted up.
It's amazing. Just like jewelry, it lay there in a pile and somehow it all gets hooked all together. Like, you ever had to untangle a pile of wire hangers? Lord.
No.
Oh, well, okay. Mike says, you didn't see the mess she had on Nancy's life. Mike says, start a channel with Charles Robin Yarns, and Charles Rustic Burns. If me and Robin started a channel, that would be chaotic as hell. And I have the strange suspicion Robin would want to do the thumbnails. Don't ask me where I got that from. Mike says Robin does chaotic well enough on her own. Throwing her in with Charles would be like the large Pedron, whatever, collider. Yeah. I'm chaotic, but in a somewhat organized way. I say somewhat. Well, it depends on what I'm doing, honestly. You know, in all my years of YouTube, one thing I don't know how to do, but I use Windows Live Movie Maker, is voiceover. If I could do voiceovers, I'd have to do a lot less editing. And there's a way to do it, but I've never been able to get it to work. I can't think of them to talk about. Yeah. Jerry says, so what's going on in here? Not a whole lot. Art and John are scrolling, and I'm looking for something to talk about, wishing I felt a little better, and reading comments. And I'm deducing that Robin's a little frustrated. I gotta admit, Don, when I watched your haunted house thing, I thought we were going, and I'm not downplaying what you did. I thought it was cute, but I thought we were going to an actual haunted house. I didn't know if it was gonna be a Halloween haunted house or what. But I was prepared to jump and stuff like that. But yeah. And then they told her she couldn't film, so yeah. That's the way it always feels in the beginning when you're new at something, Robin. But someday you'll look back and say, I can't believe I had trouble with this. Oh, holy hell.
Well, it's like Nancy posted a picture on Facebook today about how she's progressed in her crocheting, where she first started off doing simple projects like she does now. Only now they're smaller and more detailed because she's put time in to progress to the point that she's at right now.
Yeah, my earlier patterns are laughable. I discontinued some of my patterns. They were so bad. Rob says someday I'll like look at it and say, damn, why did I waste all that time doing that? Yeah. I've said audibly out loud that I'm scared to death to start painting this 3D work, but I've got to because it'll probably sell better.
Well, I never
Unless
thought
I
I'd be
do
any
stuff-
good. Back when I was 16, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to be a gigolo and everything else when I grow up. I never thought I'd be any good at it. Then I got 3 kids, and I got 3 grandkids. It just practice makes perfect, right?
Well, I had a big plan. I just didn't know so many people would reject me. That doesn't do good for pimping yourself out.
Yeah, I know.
Apparently, looks do matter. Yeah. Steve says, are you saying you aren't as smart as a 13-year-old to learn to crochet, Robin? Yes, he said, being a gigolo. Robin. Robin said, Nancy's been doing yarn since she was 13. I assume that's what she meant by she's. She. I really do think my wife is addicted to gaming because when she's not working, she's gaming. But she'd probably have fun with different craft type things, but she's just, her go-to is gaming. Stephen Owens says, patience, Robin. Take your time and quit rushing. Hello, Jason.
Robin,
Jason Riccolo.
it doesn't have to be done in an hour.
I'm the same way. Even though it's normal to not be good at a job or anything you do when you first start, it still sucks being in that position. You feel like, man, I'm never going to be able to get this. Robin needs a knitting machine.
Well, Robin, put it this way: you had to learn how to eat. You had to learn how to walk. You had to learn how to talk. You had to learn how to live on your own. You had to learn how to get a job, right? All that took time.
I'm still not good at talking.
Knitting's just one more thing that knitting, crocheting, whatever, is one more thing that is going to take time till you get it down pat so you know what you're doing.
Yeah. And we're not piling on you, Robin. It's nice to see somebody else getting the critiques. I'm kidding. Mike says, my toe just poked a hole in my sock. I hate it when that happens. Steve Nealon says, Robin does the same thing on her website. Once it's done now. God, I had a lot of work to do on my website, and that's not counting everything I had to do. But it was my own fault because I didn't have it organized enough. I don't feel very good. Oh, well. Try the heat gun, Robin says, Greg. Jason Rickloff says, good night, everyone. I'm going to bed. Good night, Jason. Pixie Stitch has joined us. I can't remember her name. She says, how are y'all doing tonight? Hello, Pixie Stitch.
Hey, Jason, when are you ever going to come on the show, man?
Yeah, man. We've been trying for like years.
Yeah, man. You need to come on the show. Hey, Pixie, how's it going?
Man. My comments aren't advancing on their own. I got to scroll them. Steve Neal says, the point, where are we at? The point is you could learn to run the website yourself, but it takes time to learn. Oh, Steve, you know more than anybody or most people that you've had to train me 3 times to do the simplest things. But yeah, you're not wrong. Robin says, I learned how to do the website. And a bunch of hellos. Alrighty then.
I learned how to do the website. It just wasn't my forte. Wasn't my Al forte.
That's not my forte either. And if I take too long, like the blonde joke, no offense, Robin, or any other blondes, the blonde joke, if you spend too much time away from something, you got to be retrained. That happened with my website. I had to get a refresher from Steve Nealon. And I barely do anything on my website, just the uploading of stuff. Pixie says, my name is Veronica, but Pixie is fine too. Oh, alrighty, man. Hello, Veronica. Pixie. Robert says, like 2 Chainz and then Crash. Man, I just don't feel good. Ugh. Sorry, I keep saying it, but if I disappear, John, it's because it got bad, but we should be good, hopefully.
Yep.
Part of it is keeping my mind off of it. So I'll talk about it.
You know, Charles, I never expect any.
Slow goodbyes.
No. I'm trying to think of the word. I never expect any. I don't know if it's excuses or reasons of why you leave.
Because usually they're spur of the moment. Like if I'm having a panic attack, then I have to go immediately.
That's fine. We understand that.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
you get hungry and go get some Tostitos and don't come back for 2.5 hours.
Well, yeah. Sometimes I get a little tired.
Yeah.
I
Oh
think
yeah, I
out
went
of
in the
all my-
house and I put them in the microwave and then I sat down for a second, took a little nappy poo, and then, oh my God, it's still alive. I better go outside.
I think it was at least once in all the years of us all doing hangouts. I left a hangout to go do something, and I never came back. Forgot I was in the hangout. Picture says I'm cleaning up the kitchen and making a big batch of tuna and egg salad. But luckily, I'm not hungry right now, so y'all can talk about all the food you want. I won't be tortured. I'm sorry to disappoint most of y'all.
So Veronica, are those separate dishes or are they together? I've never actually had them together. I'll eat them at the same time, but I've never had them on the same sandwich.
I love it. Have you ever tried Velveeta and tuna, or just noodles and tuna? That's not possible. Pixie says she has panic disorder as well. I'm very sorry, Pixie. I mean, I know we try to find ways to cope, but I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. I'm not either, Robin. I don't have the patience for most puzzles. And you see those people that will do a round puzzle that's like almost solid colors or two-sided and all that crap. Oh, hell no. I don't like testing my brain. Getting out of bed tests my brain. Yeah. I've got to move that skull just for one reason, John, because Shay pointed out when I lean like this, looks like I'm wearing a little bitty cowboy hat.
You know, to start off with, Robin. Start off with washcloths because I know washcloths are easy to make, and I know a lot of people start with washcloths.
A lot of people
There's nothing wrong with that.
Hot pads, heating pads, whatever you call them, too. Pot holders, whatever the hell they're called.
Yeah, pot holders. That looks fine, Robin. You just got to work on your tension. That's all. But it's getting there. You know, for a beginner, that's fine.
Yeah. Pixie says they're all together. That's how I like mine. Tuna, egg, garlic, celery, onion.
Yeah, I get out of here with that celery. Ugh.
I get a little mustard for the seasoning.
I think my dad, my dad used to put celery in turkey stuffing. I'm like, ugh, why?
I'm not a fan
You
of
just ruined
celery.
it.
The texture alone of celery and apples and watermelon. We've been over this. I just can't stand
Yeah,
the texture.
like, and then he surprised us one day. He put apples and walnuts in the freaking stuffing. I'm like, no, this is disgusting. It didn't taste right.
I've never understood why these professional chefs throw a little leaf on something. It don't have to look pretty. Good lord. Well,
Parsley,
that's
cilantro.
that's how Art cleans off the dust off his table. He doesn't bother blowing it. He just uses a fan. I tell you. Work smart, not hard.
There, it's done. There it all.
Yeah, when I'm lazy, I'll have a thing of canned air next to me, using it for something else, and then I'll use it to blow off the table because I don't feel like getting woozy headed, blowing. Never mind. Too many openings.
Oh,
Pixie says, I
Canned
like
air.
celery. I did dice it really tiny for the salad. Adds a nice fresh crunch. Yeah. When I was little, I used to pick out, what do they call the It's like really, really dried croutons. Really dried,
Yeah.
crispy little thing. Yeah, I prefer that over celery if I'm gonna go crunchy.
Well, John, I got 4 done.
Go for 7, sir. The show ain't
Or-
over.
Yeah.
At all?
Pixie,
That all.
if I may ask publicly, how does panic disorder limit your life, or how does it affect your life? Probably shouldn't ask publicly, but I don't know her outside of here, so there's that. I just like to compare myself to other people and see how they cope and deal with things. Because a lot of people that are into things do it to distract themselves from the panic attack crap. But everybody's different. There's different levels. And you don't have to answer that if you don't want to. I'm just an open-minded, curious son of a ding ding. Sorry for my foul language. I was working on a bat or an eagle or something. I hadn't even bothered to look at what he was working on. Is that still the don't give a flying thing, John?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. So I got the backer. The backer basically is right here. There's the backer for it, and I got the eyes are separate, so they're floaters. Same with this whole piece of the floater too. So I just got to sand it down. Stay in the back, and then the bat is separate. I'm gonna do 2 layers of the bat, and then I'll probably crayon fill the bat itself, and then have it sitting on the corner over here.
Cool. Crayon fill. That's something John does. Just so y'all know. Watch his show. You'll know. Make sure you're subscribed. Click on the bell. Click on the word all.
So what do you think would look better? I'm asking for your opinion on this, Charles. Do you think that a white backer with a black front would make the bones look white, or do you think a black backer with
the contrast would work better? Black. Yeah. It'll make the white stand out.
Black back or white back?
Well, is the skeleton an empty space or a positive space? If the skeleton is there and not removed, then I would use a black backer so you have the contrast. That's just me. If that made any sense, because you're knowing more of what you're doing than I am. But if that skeleton is going to be a physical piece in there, then I would use a black backer. But then you said the eyes are floater. Okay, then I have, so it'll be a negative piece. I figured it out when you said the eyes were floaters, so you're keeping that. So the skeleton's gonna look like a negative anyways because you're working from a dark pattern.
Yes, yeah.
Just to catch up on comments, not to blow you off. So yeah, let me read the comments real quick. Where are we at? I got you on first. Shay says only 3 fingers are bleeding. I'm doing good today. Well, good deal. Greg, sounds like most of us. Greg says I don't like crunch and egg salad. It reminds me of eggshells. Yep. Pixie says, in reference to the panic disorder, it's okay. I'm pretty open about it nowadays. It's hard to hold down a job. I've been on disability since 2001, Pixie, because of it. Because social anxiety is a big trigger. I get flight, and what she means by flight is fight or flight kind of thing. If I feel stuck in a place sometimes, like a building, yeah, I'm the same dang way. Pixie, damn it, words. If I'm building or a vehicle, that's why I don't travel well. That was me saying that. It's a struggle not to get agoraphobia, which is fear of the public, having to force myself to go places. I'm the same exact way, Veronica. That's why I don't wish it on anybody. Some of the simple things in life you miss because you fear them. You're fearing the fear. You're not actually fearing the event. Anyway.
Okay, so as an example, I'll just show you a sec. So if I have a black backer, it'll look like that, right?
Yeah. Okay, so now I see what it's going to look like.
If I have a white backer,
it'll hide it too much unless you're relying on
and a black and a black front, right? To look like that.
That has its place, but it would look too much like a negative, in my humble opinion, unless you rely on the shadows of the depth of the cut to create the
So
detail in the
black
skeleton.
backer then.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it's gonna look like a negative regardless. Not as in positive versus negative. I mean, it's gonna look like a photo negative, so to speak. Okay, words are hard.
No, I understand. I totally understand what you're talking about.
I said it,
So
and I'm not entirely sure. Yeah.
A black backer.
Yeah, for me, the better the contrast, the better something looks. Pixie says, I don't get attacks all the time, but I also have worked on it a lot over the years. Distraction therapy never worked for me, and I know there's a lot of openings there. Other coping mechanism, rituals, I just do as best I can, as function as normalish as I can. I'm the same exact way. I could talk about panic disorder all day, and I know somebody's saying, oh, I know you could. Robin wants to see the black one again, but I guess you're showing it right now, so there's that. Yeah, that one stands out more.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we all get our coping mechanisms. That's the best word to use for it. You never get rid of it, but you find ways to cope with it better. Like that's why I can't hold a job, is because I can't consistently stay up to par. And I sleep a lot, but that's partially my meds.
Okay,
Robin
Greg.
says he likes the white skull. And Pixie says, well, that's looking great, John. Greg says, black backer, even though you didn't ask me. Yeah. Well, the more
Well,
feedback.
technically, I should be asking Mishi.
Why are we asking Mishi? I mean, your reasoning is what I'm looking for. But Robin says, black one looks great, but I really like the white skull. What is your reasoning for saying you should really ask Mishi?
Because it's hers.
Oh, duh. That was too obvious. Sorry. Yeah, when I think of skulls and skeletons, I think of white too. But as far as the way it's designed, the contrast is what sticks out. Hell, I don't know. Pixie says, exactly, it's a daily struggle, but it's just how it is, so you do the best you can. Amen. By God. That's funny. Mine and Pixie's first discussion is about panic disorder. I still remember mine and Shay's first discussion with vitiligo, the skin condition. She was asking if I had it because her husband has it or something to that effect. But yeah, a lot of people that don't know anything about anxiety attacks or panic attacks. I personally don't know the difference, but don't realize how limiting it is, even if just mentally. Anyway.
All right, let's do one more cut here. Holy crap, look at the time.
Time schmime, it's the weekend.
Well, I know Robin, or Jerry hasn't messaged me yet, so.
Pixie says, right, we're trauma bonding right out of the gate. Well, Pixie will know I'm not flirting when I say this, although I am a flirt.
No, you're not.
Sometimes it does help to talk to somebody that can relate. So I am on Facebook under Charles Theory, if you are so inclined. If you ever need to talk to somebody to get through one. My profile picture is a eagle and flag made out of wood. Greg says, "What was our first Charles? I'm not sure what you mean, Greg." And Shay, I'm not sure what you're saying. She's saying Charles don't start it like that. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. My delivery of most things I need to work on. I'm one of these people that thinks after I talk. Some people talk instead of thinking. Yeah. Steve Nealon's actually telling the truth. He said, I don't remember what our first combo was, Charlie. I've died since then. Not many people can say that. That's funny. Pixie says, I'm obsessed with arts and crafts. My crafts have really helped me survive throughout the years. Yep. Distractions. Keeping your mind busy. I don't remember what I said, but she's probably talking to how I started the conversation with Pixie. I'm trying to remember too. My memory is not real good, Steve Neal, but yeah, we've known each other so long. And God, same with John. I don't have a clue what our first conversations were. Probably something stupid with me and John.
No.
That's probably why we
Stupid?
bonded.
No.
Hey, you
I'm
tore
sure
up
it was
too.
very
Let's
thought-
be friends.
I'm sure it was very thoughtful.
It was probably us doing one of those "that's what she said" kind of things. If I know us.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure one of our first conversations was on your show back in the day. All
I don't
right.
even know what I'm whistling. It wasn't earlier. So if anybody else wants to stop me or restraining order or whatever, there's my Facebook link. It's okay, Pixie. It wasn't when we first started talking. That's why I changed it. I'm going to tell you, yeah, that's why I didn't say it. It was right in front of me.
So I know tomorrow, like I said, Tanya Bourgeois is going to come on. Tanya Bourgeois is going to come on. I don't know when though. Probably in the afternoon sometime. Show off her craft and show some of her carving stuff, and then talk about her dog, Gato. She's trying to do a fundraiser because he has a broken ACL, and it's her support dog. And I gotta work on. I'll finish this one off for Mishi, stain it, crown fill this, and then we'll figure out how that's gonna work, and then work on some more of Tanya or Nancy and Earl. And
Still ain't done with that.
no, and then I'll start working on some knives for Dave, so he'll stop bitching at me about why no they're knives. Big shit.
You got a big ass Navy ship. Shay, I don't know if Shay's talking to me or you, John, but she said just smoked a whole pack the hour I met her. That sounds like me, but she said, John, not just. I don't know what that's in reference
Yeah,
to.
I was nervous.
Robin says, is that the girl that came on before with the short hair? I don't know what the hell y'all are talking about, honestly.
Yes. She's in California. She hand carves. She's a hand carver, and she does leather work. She's big in the LGBTQ community, and she does a lot of cool stuff by hand. She makes like those wrestling masks, those Mexican wrestling masks by hand. Hand stitches and cuts it all by hand. Yeah, I'm nervous. I'm shy. I'm a shy person. Stop looking at me there, Charles.
I wasn't even looking.
So again, I'm covering my junk right now.
Well,
Yeah.
without revealing too much, Veronica doesn't live next door. That's for sure.
Are you stalking her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got 487 subscribers. Surpassed me. Jeez, I only
The
got
hell, John?
482, I think. 482 subscribers.
Her facial structure looks almost identical to Dawn. I'm trying not to reveal private things. I'm just, yeah.
Well, we'll check out we'll what's that when you check out somebody's page?
Stalking.
Stop. Yeah. We're gonna stalk your channel there, Veronica, and we'll see how you fare.
Veronica has a very, very distinct style and fashion. It's kind of neat. Beautiful eyes.
But welcome to the show. I'm on pretty much daily. Well, I won't be next week, but I'm out of town for 3 days. But pretty much on daily, and yeah, getting to 500. It's awesome. Like so, I've been on for 4 years. I'm trying to get to 500 too, but I'm not really trying to push it. But if I get there, I get there.
Catching up my comments, although you probably responded to some. Steve Neal says, I probably smoked more than that, Shay. John, were you were nervous? Jerry says, I smoke less than anyone. I don't never have. I don't drink, so I have that going for me. But I have nothing to blame how I act on. Robin says, I was on with her before. Bye. Victor says, I recently started up leather work again. I've been making jewelry. She probably didn't say it like that. Yep, she said she's in Alaska. I didn't want to reveal because I don't know what's private to people. I'm in Texas, so we're really far apart. Robin says she got to 2000. She says she has 2008 now. She's excited. Shay says, you were very nice. You did good. Who are you talking about, Shay? Because I have a feeling, that's not a compliment you threw at Charles Deering. Just saying. Greg says, creeping instead of Pixie says, my channel is very slowly getting to 500. She says, stalk away. No, she's a beautiful woman.
Oh yeah, see, so she's in Alaska, so I'm halfway between you and her.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
send your butler with the plane to pick us up. Anyway, Shay says, now just make you smoke that much, Steve. LOL. I only smoke a lot when I'm awake. You're welcome, Pixie. Robin says, I participated in collabs and got a lot of subs that way.
Yeah, I can't do clubs.
Being awake is what makes me smoke a lot. I have some people eat when they're bored. I smoke when I'm bored, and that's a bad thing. I go through more cigarettes because I get so busy I forget about the cigarette and it burns away. Just saying. That beeping is me trying to regulate the temperature in there. And Shay says, Charles, I hope so. I don't even know what that's a reference to because I talk about so many things. Oh yeah, okay, sleep. Well, to my knowledge, I've never smoked while I was asleep.
I've never looked.
The one time I fell asleep smoking, I was laying on somebody's carpet and I burned a little hole on the carpet. Just saying, but now they have what's called fire safe cigarettes. They go out. Pixie says, I used to live in Georgia, but I've been in Alaska the last 2 years. Where's Alaska?
Where in Alaska? There's only like 3 places to live in Alaska.
Well, she said where in Alaska. Oh wait,
yeah,
I thought she said where is Alaska. I was gonna say it's like north west of U.S. and Canada. I think.
They're in their own time zone past BC.
Well, now I'm doubting where it is. Is it there? Or, no, damn it. Okay. Jerry says I fell asleep smoking, burned my. I didn't even joke. Jerry ever smoked. I fell asleep smoking, burned myself. Oh, he's joking. Spilt my beer and jerked the steering wheel. Okay. I had to read the whole. Okay. Yeah. He did, Robin. That's how I figured it out. He was selling it basically a bunny. It wasn't actually
It was a joke, Robin.
Yeah, I fell for it in the beginning too. So you're not the only one. I'm just one of the few that will admit it.
Hey, Art, what's that awesome award? What's that awesome award on your wall there?
It's called Wore Out Award.
Prince of Wales Island. What made you move to Alaska? It had to have been for a dude. Well, that sounded sexist. What I meant, that's a hell of a move from Georgia to Alaska. That came out much tackier than I meant it. In other words, it's a big life step to go from Georgia to Alaska. So it was either a job or a guy, but it's none of my business. That's a hell of a move. Probably took more than a couple hours. Just kidding. Jerry says, "Oh wow, it's a joke from the Blue Comedy Tour."
She got tired of peaches. She got tired of peaches and wants some polar bears. There you go.
Here's your sign.
That's the answer I'd give. Good, tired of eating peaches. Need some polar bears.
Jerry's already warning her. The foot in his mouth is normal, Dixie. Yeah, and thank you, Shay, for backing that up. Yeah, I know who I can count on. Shay's probably writing to her privately saying, "Watch out, you're gonna need a restraining order. This guy's not all there." Up to the knee, golly. See, Art's being all sweet to me, and everybody else is being buttholes. Just saying. And
I don't know. Would you even consider that Alaska? I suppose you
Job
have to. 'cause
opportunity, Charles.
who? What?
Job opportunity. That's why
Yeah.
they moved.
Have you noticed how when I don't hear what somebody says, I lean in, but I'm wearing headphones? See how smart that is? She said her and her fiance. You answered, but I'm reading. My fiance and I moved up here for a job opportunity, and I was all in for the adventure. The hell of a temperature change. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, she's like straight west of me, like directly, like immediately west of me.
Well, throw a rock with a little
I-
note on it saying howdy do.
Because I didn't know
Yeah, but
Alaska went down that far.
How
Yeah.
far from
Well,
you, though?
It's got a big tail on it with little sparkles, and that little sparkle.
Oh, how far from me?
Just a little
Yeah.
sparkle. Not because I called islands, but yeah.
8 hours? 10?
Well,
I'm
you can't
much
get there by
sweeter than-
butt, but you can't drive there.
Dixie, I'm much sweeter than the chat
No.
is letting on. I'm not all there sometimes, but I'm sweeter than the son of a ding ding. Just saying. I got a good heart. Great personality because I'm sexy as all get out.
Well, I
We
probably-
lived in Kotzebue.
probably-
Go ahead.
I'd probably have to go to Fairbanks first and then go down from there.
Does he work in the ice trade? Is that why y'all moved to weird places? I'm just kidding. We lived in Kotzebue the first year, which was, I probably butchered that pronunciation, which is 30 miles inside the Arctic Circle, and then moved down here. That's just. Shay says you're about to get the time distance. Oh, Lord.
Ketchikan.
Who's on there?
Did I say that right, Kotzebue? I have no idea. Sounds right.
It's a 22-hour drive.
Wow.
Jerry says, yeah, Charles, they bad guys up there. That's how it works. It was a joke. I'm just saying. But those are both cold climates, is the joke I was. Anyway, if you got to explain it.
You got to, yeah, but when you drive, John, you got to go up and then down.
No, I can actually go straight across over to. I go down to Grand Cache, over to Prince George, and so I know that's like a 6-hour drive there. I can go up through Smithers. I got friends in Smithers. I can stop and see them, and then straight over to by Kitimat, and then over to Prince Rupert. Catch a ferry over to Ketchikan. There you
There's a
go.
lot of
22
princes
hours.
over there. That's weird.
Wow.
Pixie says it's
22
been, a cool,
hours.
it's been a cool experience so far. People don't realize how big Canada and Alaska are. Pixie says it's been a cool experience so far. I'm glad for it. Shay says I've been hanging out with you all way too long. Yep, that's why we're all in group therapy. And
Yeah, Alaska's big,
Well,
but not a lot of places
but-
to live there, though, is there?
But Shay, the time distance is pretty much like the only way to figure out where people are at. Okay,
Yeah.
you're a day away. You know, it's a weekend. It's a weekend trip.
yeah, but that's what I go by, time more than miles. Greg says, yeah, they bag baby icebergs and sell it as part of the ice. Pixie says, no, he's meat cutting manager for a grocery general store company. They have stores in remote places. All right. She said plates, but I'm usually pretty fluent in Taiwanese.
Cool. Well, it's freaking 11 o'clock.
No, it's not.
Freaking midnight
What
there.
is?
It's 1 o'clock at Art. It's 1 o'clock at Arts.
That's if I go to bed now, I get 5 hours.
I laid down
Yeah,
at
and
6. woke up at 10,
and Veronica's like, oh, it's only 10 o'clock here. We talking about? No, it's not. It's 9 o'clock there, isn't it? Yeah, see, 9 o'clock where she is. See, they got their own time zones. Like I said.
I don't know if Shay's referring to, but she says, I just know what being said next with you, Charles. You and Charles. I'm not sure 100%
Yeah,
what she's saying.
she knows what's gonna be said
Oh,
next.
because we're predictable.
Roof.
Yeah.
Roof.
Long story, Pixie. Shay has trouble with some words. I have trouble in general with talking. Pixie says, yeah, probably could have done the ice bagging in Kotzebue. It's Kotzebue. That's got to be how you say it. That or Kotzebue, but it's probably Kotzebue.
Kotzebue.
Sure.
We'll go with that.
It's probably Kotzebue because
Kotzebue.
there's not an E in there. Hello, Dale.
Kotzebue. Dale. Holy cow. Good Lord. It's that guy that talks funny from Texas.
I'm telling you, man. I don't have to say a word, and people love me. Just saying.
Dale, you caught me. I'm just about to go off, man.
Hard to talk with a foot in the mouth. Y'all check out Michael Tree Studios. He's a unique individual. He talks funny too. Just saying.
Wait, Dale.
Saying it out loud for
Dale,
you,
what time?
Charlie. Just listen closer.
Dale, what time is it? It's like 6 o'clock in the morning there.
Almost exactly 6 in the morning, yes.
Yeah.
I'm not Dale, but I'll answer for him because he talks funny and he's hard to understand.
It's 6
I was going to
o'clock
hang out with
tomorrow.
him and a bunch of other overseas dudes, and he had to translate most of them for me because their accents were so thick I couldn't understand a dang word.
Yep, you was right, Charles.
Yep. Oh, it's good to have friends. I'm told. I mean, I got a couple.
See, he's just getting up to start his day. I'm just going to bed now.
Yeah. Well,
I should already be in bed.
I woke up at 10 p.m., so my day started too. I'm the same way, Shay, but not necessarily think. Like you're looking for an address, you turn down the radio. It's like I don't know what it is. That or you're driving and you want to let somebody in ahead of you. You say, go ahead. Like you have to say it out loud. I bet they heard that.
Yeah. They can hear you through the closed window.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to yell. Oh my God. He's working on a stone wall today, so breakfast.
On and on, it's like now they're bricking. No wall.
Oh. One of the
Get off the builder's merchant for
you
time
hear the British
mortar.
accent. Bricking the wall.
Lime mortar.
So then off to the builder's
So what they
merchant for lime mortar. He didn't say it like that. Yeah, oh well.
It was close. It's a good Australian accent for Scotland.
It was closer to British, but even then, I'm told, never mind. I just ain't gonna win with this crowd or any crowd.
Nope.
The only crowd I fit in with are the ones that are chewing on crayons and reciting poetry to themselves.
I got crayons. Is that a dig on me?
No,
Did I just burn myself with that? I burned myself with that one.
I just laughed because I burn myself all the time. Welcome to my world. Dick Van Deering over there.
Dick Van Deering.
People make fun of how Dick Van Dyke talked on Mary Poppins. He's not calling me a wiener. He's Dick Van Dyke talked funny on Mary Poppins. Everybody jokes about how he did it horribly. So I love you too, Dick.
Oh, you gotta start singing Chim Chimney right now. That'll set him right off.
I'm proud to say I don't know most of the words. Chim Chimney.
What?
Chim
Chimney.
That's all I know. Sorry.
Unbelievable.
But we could sing Baby Shark if you want to. I don't know all the words there. I just know there's a lot of doo-doo-doos.
There's only one song I know like most of the words to.
You remember Roger Rabbit where he talked about tunes can't resist the shaving a haircut?
Yeah.
It's the same with that mana thing. I was walking around the house the other day going mana. My wife would be in the other end of the house going do. Every time I did it, she just kept. I guess she had to be there.
Woo.
Some of the littlest memories from the littlest things. I was whistling or singing achy breaky heart, and I stopped. Didn't even think John was paying attention to me. Then he did the woo woos first, and it stuck. It's a memory now. Cockney accent by someone who's never heard one before. I've heard way too many accents. The one I do is the easiest, but it's the worst. So there is that.
Oh, you're the worst, Charles.
Huh? Oh yeah.
Well,
People
thanks everybody for
Okay.
joining on the panel. And thanks everybody for being in the chat. Hey, Veronica, thanks for joining us. And be sure and come back. We'll be here all day tomorrow. Come on in and have fun with us.
Yeah.
And Charles will be at his mom's visiting his brother, so that won't happen. Arts of the Craft
If
sale
I'm back
tomorrow.
by nighttime, maybe it depends.
Yep, I won't be home till 4 o'clock.
Mercy.
Oh,
Or
you know I'll
5
still be on
o'clock.
though.
John, 2.5 more minutes, you'll make it an even 3 hours. I'm sure we can talk that long.
Wow, mine says
It says
2:59:16.
Oh, you're
mine
right.
says 2:59:24.
Mine says 2:57:40.
Wow.
Everybody's saying goodbye. Pixie said she had
There's-
fun. Nice to meet you.
There's my alarm to go to bed. See that? I gotta go to bed now.
You have an alarm to go to bed?
Well, I get an alarm to basically when I'm playing video games. That way, I basically
Lose
set
track
myself
of time?
time limit so I can finish my quest that I'm on. Right?
Yeah. Oh God, my wife's the same way. Jerry says night all. Robin says I need Scroll Saw Spider and Rocking Horse. Dale says mine says 6:03 a.m. Alrighty.
I probably wouldn't get home till 5:30, 6 o'clock tomorrow.
Well, I'll be on my night show then.
Not
PM
Greg,
9:38.
everybody saying.
All right. Thanks for everybody for being here. Thanks for everybody in the chat. We'll be on tomorrow all day. I'll probably start early, probably about 10 Mountain Time. So we'll see you then.